Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
Number one of this two-game series, and immediately Voittamaton on the attack with Eki. A pass in front. One over by the Blackjacks, and now they counter the other side. Nice little toe drag move. Pass back to Patslav now as Voittamaton in the offensive end. Pass across one-timer, sprawling, and that was Kosti. Now it's going to actually go to Patslav behind the net. Puck loose over on the right side. Picked up, passing to the high puck. Still in possession, shot on, they score. Voittamaton, after the quick start, score early, a 1-0 lead, and that was a tough goal in a lot of traffic. That was a control by Yamal, up to Patslav. Patslav makes a move, backhand shot, save made by Kosti. Blackjacks to the right side of Kosti. Up by Voittamaton, shot on, backhanded by Templeton, save made by Kosti. Another chance, Psycho Skills giving it up. Kermit has passed over the point, shot on, was saved by Sabel. Eki checked away, didn't have much, it's turned over by Blackjack's point, and shot on, and the puck trickles its way past the left pad of Kosti. As you get a look at the replay, it looked pretty innocent and rather harmless, but then see the replay, Kosti's break up there by the Blackjacks disrupted. They come on the other end now. Controlled by Psycho Skills at the point. Pass on, tried to pass it up to Kermit, back to Tony at the point. Has some space, holding it, puts a shot on, that's Blocko Skills. Tony gets it and finds Kermit. Psycho Skills moving up as a forward now. Finds Kermit, shot on, save. Kermit, shot on, save made from Sibelius. Here comes Voittamaton. They have numbers 5-on-3. Here comes Eki, moving it in, passing in front. Patslav, backhand shot saved. One more chance for Voittamaton in the period. Templeton has it, shot from the point. Glove saved.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
All right, we are back. We thank you all for sticking with us as we get ready for our final game of our featured coverage here tonight. Voittamaton versus the Blackjacks, as Voittamaton comes off of a 3-1 victory in game number 1, as we are now underway for our 4th and final game of the evening. And thank you to our sponsor, Kultaa Lakritsi, for their support of the ECL and everything that we do here. As Eki's in control for Voittamaton, tried to move there towards the middle of the ice, but did not have much available to him. The Blackjacks now moving their way up. Timothy had it for a second, but nothing was there. Voittamaton now with possession as Patslav has it. Gets it back from Flyer Kungen and goes over to Tempeden. Tempeden, 2 of the 3 Voittamaton goals in that first game. Here comes the Blackjacks. Timothy with space, with a lot of speed, tried to just jet his way through the middle between the 2 defenders, but wasn't able to get a shot on cleanly, but nevertheless, Sibelius got it and decided to hold on to it. So an offensive zone face-off now coming up for the Blackjacks. Face-off won by the Blackjacks in the offensive end. Tony controls it. Turned over. Patslav picked that one off. Tempeden turned over. Here comes Angel Kuru now on the other end. To the point now to Kermit. Got the 1 Blackjacks goal in that first contest. The shot from the point. Save made from Sibelius. A rip from Tony at that lefty side. Sibelius will hold on into it from his glove and get set for another faceoff. Won by the Blackjacks, but it goes awry, and that's going to force Tony to have to go back and chase this. So a reset now for the Blackjacks. Have to try to establish the offensive zone again. They do quickly. There's a chance there nearly. Kermit had it, but couldn't do much with it. Puck lost and picked up now by Yamal the man. As it looks like maybe him and Tempeden were not on the same page. He was a few strides ahead, now lead to an offsides. 13:01 the play. A much calmer pace than what the first game was. We had like 5 or 6 shots between these 2 teams in the first 7 minutes in game 1. Just 1 shot, and that belongs to the Blackjacks on that 1-timer from the point that Tony just had. Voittamaton looking to change that here, but a nice defensive play made by Angel Kuru. Given chase, it's just loose behind the net. Found by Flyer Kungen for Voittamaton. He now with it. Up the right boards. Goes down low. Tried there was Tempeden to get a little bit of a wraparound look, but he couldn't get any room to put it on net. Halfway through period number 1, still scoreless. Opportunities few and far between so far in terms of them being on net, but a lot of action nevertheless. Here comes Voittamaton on the other side. The ball at the point. Operating. Nice little pass and shot there from Tempeden. If you blinked, you would have missed it, but a better save made from Kosti, and he'll hold on and stop play. Face off to the left side of Kosti, right side for Voittamaton. Won by the Blackjacks in the defensive zone. Angel Kuru has won some critical face-offs today. Just his 3rd game of action here so far this season. Kermit controlling it behind the net in the offensive end for TBJ. Puck lost, but found again by the Blackjacks in the neutral zone. 6:50, now 6:30 the play here in the opening period. Turned over in the neutral zone. Nice defensive play there made by Tempeden. Flyer Kungen shot on from Tempeden over at the left face-off dot. Save made from Kosti. Here comes the Blackjacks trying to counterattack now. An offsides call as Kermit tried to put on a move. Tennessee was just a little bit ahead of him. Face off one in the neutral zone by the Blackjacks. As another offside. So we'll line it up and do it all over again. Same spot of the ice and everything. Anel, Kuru, and Potslov on the faceoff. Tied up. Scrum 4-1 by the Blackjacks. Tony will take this back into his own end and reset things. Gives up to the right boards. Dumped in by Timothy, but found by Flyer Kungen, and now Voittamaton will take over possession. A little bit over 3 minutes to play here. 3 shots between these two teams. 2 for Voittamaton, 1 for the Blackjacks. Timothy with some speed up the left boards. Checked away. Nice play from Yamal. He's tied up now over on the boards, and now Voittamaton will finally get possession off of him. Eki. Over Patslav, shot on. Save made from Kosti. Blackjacks avoid any further danger and get it out. 35 seconds. Tony. The psycho skill. Shot tipped in front. Picked up by Sibelius. Outreached his glove to the left side to avoid a rebound. He'll hold on for a stoppage of play. 11.2 seconds remaining in the first. Face-off one in the offensive zone by the Blackjacks. Tried to pass him in front, but nothing there. Nice poke check there from the traffic in front. Jamal will just hold this and kill off the time, and that will do it for the end of the first period. Scoreless in the first 20 minutes, but a good amount of action on both ends. Both goaltenders and Kosti for the Blackjacks and Sibelius for Voittamaton doing a good job in this one, as you see. One of the big saves there. That one courtesy of Sibelius. See the blocker save there from Kosti. The goaltending. Not the goalieing. Not proper grammar, but it is a little bit more fun to say. The goaltending, rather. We the star of the show so far in this one. See the stats. The Blackjacks actually more time on attack so far in this one than Voittamaton. 237 compared to 132 in the offensive zone. Question now is, can they take advantage of it? Had just the one goal in that first game. That was a goal from Kermit with just 1 minute and 44 seconds remaining in the game. So the offensive production had not really been there up to this point, but it seems like the Blackjacks started to find their groove. They've slowed Voittamaton down, who had really controlled the game and kind of forced the Blackjacks into an uncomfortable play style in that first game. See how these two sides adjust. It's period number 2 underway. Blackjacks immediately on the attack. Shot on from Timothy, swept away by Sibelius. Tony gets it for TBJ. Puck loose over in the corner board and given chase. Who's going to find it? Puck loose now to the opposite boards, and the Blackjacks get to it this time. Big hit there. Flyer Coogan laid out on Helkuru, and now here comes Voittamaton countering on the other end. As a shot on not going to be attempted. There's a nice poke check from the Blackjacks to avoid it happening. Voittamaton still with possession, however. Puck loose in the slot. Picked up by the Blackjacks. Tennessee gets it past the blue line. Turned over, but picked back up by Angel Kuru. Great defense from Voittamaton, not allowing CBJ to get past that blue line. Here they come now. Voittamaton trying to get past, but couldn't, and now the Blackjacks trying to counterattack on the other end. Kermit at the right boards. Putting on some moves, looking for space, gives it to the point. Timothy shot on, blocked in front. Kermit had the whole right side of the net open. A key defensive play by Voittamaton in front to avoid surrendering the first goal. Blackjack still pressuring. Now Kuru had it, but he was bumped off of that puck. Here comes Voittamaton on the other end. All 3 forwards up of Tempinen, Eki, and Patslav. Turned over, however, and now here comes the Blackjacks. Timothy with speed, holding it, looking for an option. Finds his way to the middle, a shot on, puck loose in front. Timothy retrieves it, wrap around the temp, hits the post. And Sibelius going to find it and hold on. He's seen enough and is going to ask for a freeze to reset things on the defensive zone faceoff. There's another look at that huge hit there from Flyer Kungen. That was Angel Kuru who took the full brunt of that one. We talked about Flyer Kungin and Yamal. They can throw the body around a little bit. Came in at a little bit over 60 hits apiece. It makes up half of the total hits that Voittamaton has as a team. Saw a little bit of it there. Defensive zone draw won by Voittamaton. Flyer Kungin in control, and he's getting some boos from the virtual fans after that big hit. Caused Angel Kuru the injury. Kermit in control for TBJ, trying to work his way in, and he does! The Blackjacks strike first. A 1-0 lead for TBJ. Kermit finds the net. And it was one of our keys to the game for those who weren't with us earlier during the pregame. For Voittamaton, deny Kermit space. And they were not able to do so there. Was able to kind of work his way around, create that space through the middle. Sibelius not able to make that save on the left post. Kermit took full advantage. And the Blackjacks open up the scoring halfway through this game, almost exactly halfway through this game, 6 seconds past the 30-minute mark. And the Blackjacks maybe not done. They turn it over. Tampinen almost had a breakaway. Nice drop there from Psycho Skills to poke that one away before it got dangerous. Blackjacks now on the counter, trying to find something in the offensive zone. Tony's pass disrupted over across. First time Voittamaton has trailed tonight. Can they find the tying mark? Having in the offensive zone, just turned over. Kermit with possession, tries to get past the blue line, but it's poked off of the stick and he'll have to reset it. So back to Tony, who will break it in. To Kermit, back to Tony, but the pass a little bit too strong, hit off a skate, and now here comes Voittamaton countering. As Flyer Kungin is tripped up, and that will bring up a power play opportunity for Voittamaton. Kermit going to head to the box, and a big opportunity now. Voittamaton, remember, scored on the power play in their first game. It was their second goal of the game. Tampinen got that goal on that play in front, and they never really looked back after that. Can they find another one here? Face off one in the defensive zone by the Blackjacks. They'll dump this one away without harm. Good start to the PK for the Blackjacks. They come in at over 76%. Voittamaton has it at the point. Eki rather, past the Tampinen. Shot goes wide. Voittamaton still pressuring. Eki has it. Pass across in front to Patslov. Puck loose. Found by Kosti. And he'll freeze it with 49 seconds to go on the power play. And it looks like the Blackjacks are going to call a timeout here to try to recoup some of their energy from that PK. If you are just now joining our coverage, just the fourth and final game of our feature coverage here tonight. We saw Mustaa Kultaa and Polski boys kick things off. A pair of victories for Mustaa Kultaa. A 1-0 victory in game 1. A 3-0 victory in game 2. And then Voittamaton in game number 1 between these two sides. Game number 3 of our coverage. A 3-1 victory over the Blackjacks. But they trail now, but not longer. A power play goal for Patslav. And Voittamaton knot things up at 1 apiece. And how about the pass from the defender Yamal to get that across through all of the traffic? 3 bodies in front. Little space between them, let alone to thread that puck through. But somehow he did it. When there's a will, there's a way. There was a will, and the way is a goal that ties this game for Voittamaton. With 3:18 remaining here in period number 2. Voittamaton looking for more. Pass across and they score! Tapping it in front! And just like that, from 1-0 down to a 2-1 lead, Voittamaton back out in front. Oh, how the tides have turned. As you get a look at the replay, Patslav just holding on. He had a lot of space. Threads the needle over to tapping it in front. Kosti just not enough time to react to it. And all of a sudden, in a matter of about 30 seconds, Voittamaton go from being down in this game and chasing answers to being in control of it. A 2-1 lead in the second period. It's an offsides called against the Blackjacks. Face off in the neutral zone, won by the Blackjacks. Tennessee in control of it. It's back to the defender and Psycho Skills, who now gives it up to Tony. Back to Psycho Skills. Tries to break it up, but nobody available for that pass. Under to the defender, Voittamaton. But here, oh, that would have been a breakaway for Tennessee. But the whistle blown for an offsides, as I believe Voittamaton got a piece of that puck. A very fortunate break for Voittamaton. Tennessee was all alone. Last chance for the Blackjacks in this period. Shot on was blocked off of the stick of Yamal the man. And that will do it for period number 2. 3 goals after a scoreless first period. The Blackjacks started off with a 1-0 goal lead from Kermit. And a goal on the power play after Kermit's penalty made it 1-1. And then right after this goal, you see on your screen from Tempinen, gave Voittamaton the 1-goal advantage, a 2-1 lead after 40 minutes of play. As we want to give a shout out to Blackbirds United, the raid. I want to welcome all of you coming in as Voittamaton and the Blackjacks currently in the 3rd period of our 4th and final game of our featured coverage tonight. As mentioned, our first series between Mustaa and Polski boys. Mustaa took both of those games. Voittamaton took the first game over the Blackjacks 3-1, and now a 2-1 advantage 40 minutes into this one. Voittamaton looking to stay in the hunt for that number 1 spot. Parasite, Totari, and Mustaa all ahead of them. Parasite still undefeated without a loss. Mustaa have only lost 3 games. Totari only has lost 5. They have more games. Wait, shot on net, saved by Sibelius. The Blackjacks wasting no time trying to get that tying mark. They still have possession here. It's a shot on, gloved away from Sibelius, so hold on for the whistle. The Blackjacks wanted no part of the standings talk or the recap of what happened tonight. They want to focus on the now. And whether they like it or not, I'm sure they love it, though. We do want to take time to thank our sponsor, Kovan on Lockety, for their support. Longtime sponsor here of the ECL, always showing love to what we do, and what we do would not be possible without them. So thank you to Kovan on Lockety for their support of SportsGamer and the ECL. As it looks like a timeout potentially going to be called by Voittamaton. A little bit surprising to see that so early on in the period, as it looks like maybe someone... Okay, never mind. I was fooled there from the temporary showing of the play without a menu, but it does look like Voittamaton just going to call the timeout here, so look to maybe collect their breath a little bit, take the timeout, get their stamina back up. Face off to the left of Sibelius. One in the defensive zone by Voittamaton. A big win there from Patslav. All right, Coogan had it, but his pass attempt disrupted. Here come the Blackjacks on the other end. And now Kuru dumps it in, hits off the boards, and finds his way right back to Voittamaton. Tapping in control, but lost it immediately. Now Tennessee holds the puck for TBJ. Skills working his way in the zone. Gives the Tennessee pass across, puck loose in front, trying to find this Tennessee. Gets it behind the net, he's tied up on the boards, finds on Helku, shot on, but checked away before he could get it on net. And now here comes Voittamaton on the other end. Delayed penalty called against the Blackjacks. A power play coming up for Voittamaton. It's Kermit to the box again. Remember, this was how Voittamaton got in this situation. Took advantage of their power play goal off of a Kermit penalty. That made it 1-1, and then not even a full minute after, they come back on the attack and get a second goal to take the lead. Can they do it again and double their lead here? Eki controls it. Pass across, one-time shot saved. That was Templeton on the attempt. Still pressuring her Voittamaton, shot on, saved by Costi. He'll hold on for the whistle. $1:16 to go on this Voittamaton power play. They are 2 for 2 tonight. Face off won by Voittamaton in the offensive end. Eki pass across, shot on, wasn't on there. A nice attempt there from Farkugan, a breakaway! It's time for the save made by Sibelius! What a play! Here comes Zeki on the counter, numbers for Voittamaton, 2-on-2, shot! Score! Templeton! The dynamic duo of Eki and Templeton strike again for Voittamaton, and it's on the power play for a third time tonight. 2-on-1, turn 2-on-2. Diving effort out of desperation. And Psycho Skills laid down there just trying to avoid that pass. He knew it was coming, but he couldn't stop it. Fourth goal of the series for Templeton. Second of this game. And it's a 3-1 lead for Voittamaton. The Blackjacks need answers and fast. Kermit, beautiful move through the defense, but he couldn't find anything, as it looks like players have stopped kind of moving around here. Not sure what's going on, but there's maybe potentially a disconnect of some sort. I'm not really sure what happened, but and it looks like we're gonna get some hands throw. Oh, that was mean. That was mean. We thought we were getting an ECL fight. That was not. Oh, man. Well, Timothy and Farkugan teased us, but that's okay. It looks like there was a bit of an error in the game for a few players. So while they get that reset, we're going to take a quick break. Voittamaton a 3-1 lead in the third period. We'll have the rest of that third period action right after this break. Do not go away. We'll be right back.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi. Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
All right, looks like we got things back in order here. We thank you for sticking patient with us. So what's going to happen is that both teams have agreed to just play through the first period and act as if it is the third period. So everything stays the same. Voittamaton leads 3-1 in the third. Blackjacks, they need to find a pair of goals to at least push this to an overtime. Voittamaton with another goal could very well put the icing on a 6-point night. That would help them in the standings as they aim for one of those top spots, and that will help their cause. A rip from Flower Coogan at the point, beats Kosti, and it's a 4-1 Voittamaton lead. And how about a little bit of ice skating acrobatics to cap it off right in the middle of the ice. What a play to start after a little bit of a break there. The fourth goal of the season for Flower Coogan. As you get a look at how that one beat Kosti. Found its way, looked like it was right through the left underarm of Kosti. Flower Coogan, he's been an active presence all night long. Defensively, he's made a few plays on the offensive end, had that beautiful goal earlier as well. In the first game, put the dance moves on the Blackjacks defense to make it a 3-1 game. Now he makes it a 4-1 game here in game 2. The Blackjacks, they need a response fast if they want to keep themselves in this one. Have it in the offensive zone now. It's a pass across there from Timothy, reaches no one. Now Voittamaton trying to counter on the other end. It's turned over rather quickly, however. It's Kermit looking for space, trying to find something, and nothing was there for him. Kermit, he has both Blackjacks goals here tonight so far. He's going to have to dig even deeper here if he wants to find this team back in the back into this contest. Voittamaton takes over possession. Big hit there, and it turns over. Here comes the Blackjacks on the other end. Tony with possession, bump from behind, and that gives the puck over to Voittamaton, who have numbers. 3-on-2 now. Turns into a 3-on-3. That's a nice job there from the Blackjacks being able to get back after Voittamaton had a step on them. Poke check there will lead to an offside. 12-12 remaining here in period number 3. Voittamaton, the 3-goal advantage over the Blackjacks, looking like they could be on their way. Second victory here tonight. There's a lot of hockey to play though. A lot can happen. Off one by Voittamaton. Found its way to the Blackjacks. Trying to get past the blue line was Timothy and Tony, but to no avail. They do the second time around, this time over at the right side. They dump it in. Flower Coogan beats them to the race to the puck. And now here comes Tempinen on the other side. One-time shot, and they score. It's Eki on the rip. And Voittamaton in full control of this one, a 5-1 lead. As all night long has been Eki feeding Tempinen. This time a reverse course. Tempinen feeds Eki for the goal, his 18th for the season. With 2 goals in the third period for Voittamaton. Half of it to still play. Room to go. Voittamaton, you know they're one of those teams. They're going to want to keep pushing. They have possession right now in the neutral zone. Dumped in, given chase, found by Potslov. Looked like Blackjacks kind of gave up on chasing for that puck. Not sure what happened there with Psycho Skills and Tony, but it does not come back to haunt them as they get the puck back in the neutral zone. Kermit with it, tried to hit Timothy, he ends up getting it anyways. Pass in front, tried to find Tony, but he couldn't get a stick on that puck. Nice play there by the Blackjacks. Zeki bumped off. Finds its way to Templeton, who will just spin around and dump this one out, trying to evade the pressure. 5.5 minutes to play here in period number 3. The shot on for the point from Psycho Skills is blocked in front. Delayed penalty called, and now we'll put the Blackjacks on the power play. As it'll be Patzlov heading to the box. A little bit of that bump in front there, trying to maybe clear some room out and earn some positioning. A little bit too physical. Blackjacks on the power play for the first time tonight. 33.3% on the power play coming into this game. Ranks 5th in the league. Voittamaton 80% on the PK. Kermit has it on the pass from Psycho Skills. Loses it, but Tony retrieves it. Pass in front, puck loose, finds Timothy, puck still loose. Out 4 behind the net. It's a nice job there from Kermit finding it. Got the wraparound, but couldn't get it on net cleanly. Another shot on, stick save from Sibelius. As Voittamaton will clear this one out, and here they come pressuring now at the other end. We told you Voittamaton wasn't going to give up. They were going to keep going. Not often you see a team attack on the BK with a 5-1 lead, but here they are. Eki 2-on-2. Eki holding it wisely as he gets Patzlov out of the box. Puck loose in front. Down first by the Blackjacks, who have numbers. 3-on-2. Cycles goes past a cross shot, and they score! Angel Kuru puts it in for his first goal of the season. And the Blackjacks slim that deficit down just a little bit. It's going to take a lot for them to mark a comeback, but you got to start somewhere. As the 5-1 Voittamaton lead gets trimmed to 5-2 on that cross-crease play, it's Angel Kuru. Two minutes to play. Blackjacks with possession. Kermit in control. Gives it to Angel Kuru. Tried to pass out of it, but no one was home. They're battling for the puck. The Blackjacks get it back. Tried to get that shot on, but one pass too many. That's just 7 seconds remaining. Breakaway for Patzlov. Save made from Kosti. 3 seconds now. A deep slap shot. And that will do it. Voittamaton with the 5-2 victory over the Blackjacks in Game 2. They snag all 6 available points and do so in pretty dominant fashion. 3-1 victory in Game 1, 5-2 victory in Game 2. As they continue their winning ways, it kind of slid a little bit in the last few games. Lost both of their games in their series against Mustaa Kultaa a few nights ago, and lost a game to Totarid and Exon the day before that, but were able to right the ship against Fallon Coal Miners yesterday, and get 6 more points here today. A 4-game win streak now for Voittamaton, while for the Blackjacks, dropping all 6 available points after a pair of wins against the Fallon Coal Miners for them. So, unfortunate result for the Blackjacks, but a nice job there for Voittamaton with a big 6 points. They get the victory, 5-3 to close things out today. As that does it for our coverage here today. Before we do go, we want to give you a quick look at the standings, show how some things have shifted and changed here, as these weren't the only games going on here today. A couple of games and series going on around. As you get a look at the standings there, you see Totarid with another couple of games they're in, looks like they've increased their points lead just a little bit. They came in with 20 games played. That's now up to 22. And from what I'm looking at, they were able to get 5 out of a possible 6 points. Came in with 43 points coming into today. They increased that lead to 48. So Totorit, with not a whole lot of games remaining, they've played 11 of the available teams they can play. So only 3 more series, 6 more games. They've made the most of them. Definitely should be locked into the playoffs and could very well have locked their way into a top 4 seed as well. I'm not exactly sure on what the math on that is. Obviously, a lot of things still to shake out behind them with Parasite and Mustaa, Kultaa, and a couple of other teams, but Totorit definitely looking like they were on their way to a playoff spot and could very well be on their way to a top 2 or 3 seed. We saw Mustaa, Kultaa earlier pick up 6 critical points. Obviously, they would have loved to have seen Voittamaton drop one of those games. Would have hoped that the Blackjacks helped them out a little bit. But on the opposite side of that, the team that Mustaa, Kultaa beat, Polski boys, benefited from the Blackjacks losing because they were just separated by 3 points. That puts the Polski boys still ahead of the Blackjacks with that game still to be put in. So both of them at 18 games. Polski boys with a 3-point advantage. While for Voittamaton, they will move their way above Mustaa, Kultaa, and Parasite for now, but Parasite with 6 games in hand, Mustaa, Kultaa with 4, so you gotta assume with the way things are trending, Voittamaton will more than likely find their way back down to that 4 spot more times than not. Obviously, Hymo didn't see them today, but they had to love the results they saw. Polski boys and the Blackjacks both being held to no points. Both of those teams still with 2 games in hand over them, but that still keeps Hymo thickly in the race, while a couple of other teams happy with the results. Mythics, Roots Gaming, Exen, who all look like they accrued some points today. So a lot of results. That bubble conversation has gotten very, very close from 6 really on down to about 12. So it's going to be interesting to see how the next couple of weeks shake out. As guys, we're only a couple of weeks away from knowing what our playoff bracket is going to look like. This time in about 7 or 8 days, we will know the top 8. So going to be a lot of fun to see how that shakes out. Who finds their way in, who finds their way out. I think we kind of feel like we probably have an idea on some of the teams that should be in. Really 1 through 4 are more than likely safe. You could probably make the argument the Goons will more than likely make their way in as well, barring a bit of a collapse. Really, it's those last 3 playoff spots that are pretty much up for grabs all the way down to about where Vesapampa is. As Vesapampa's only played 14 games, so they are very much in the hunt as well. A lot of things still to shake out and happen here in the ECL Elite Division. It's what makes this division so fun. You never know what's going to happen. All of these teams are some of the best that you'll find in Europe. It's highly competitive. You never know who's going to get hot at any point. It's going to be a lot of fun to see how these next couple of games go. And do not forget, we will have more ECL coverage right here tomorrow, our ECL Pro Division Feature Day. I'm not sure if we have the graphic up for that or not, but we will have ECL Pro coverage. Make sure you go to our social medias at SportsGamerGG to find out all the details. Coverage will start right here at twitch.tv/SportsGamerGG at 19:45 CET. So make sure you will not miss that. I will unfortunately have to miss it due to some outside responsibilities. Gotta do the schools, gotta graduate. But hey, we're almost there. We will have coverage here for you on twitch.tv/SportsGamerGG. The Pro Division, always so fun to watch, so make sure you tune in for that. If you want to keep up with everything in the ECL from each of our 5 divisions, make sure you go to SportsGamer.gg. You'll find everything from the latest news, articles, our community page, stats, standings, everything that you need to keep up with everything happening in the ECL world. Big thank you to all you guys for tuning in. A shout out once again to our sponsor, COVID on Lockety, for their support of the ECL and of our coverage. A big thank you to Mr. Rye Guy, our amazing producer behind the scenes, doing everything that you see possible on your screen. A shout out to Ken and everyone at the Sports Gamer staff that work as hard as they do to make this league run and operate the way that they do. And thank you all for tuning in. My name is Brandon B. Major Bigsby. Thank you all for watching. We will see you guys right back here tomorrow for ECL Pro coverage. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great rest of the night.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
down this Mustaa Kultaa team. Shot off the save made. A breakaway from Polski with backhand shot, saved by Latvex. Saucer it up that with Pekka's couldn't connect to get them back on the board. Pekka's trying to get this ball. Ardo shot on, blocker save, Major now. Pass across some space, shot on, what a save by Latvex. For space, shot on from the high slot, save made in the glove of Latvex. Left of Latvex and won by Polski boys. Has it for a shot, hits the side of the net. Come on the counterattack. Tunkelia trying to get it across, shot on in front, save made. So Polski boys trying to find one more rush shot on, easy save made from Latvex, and that will do it for an action-packed period number 2 and a counter on the other side. Shot on from an odd angle from Outlet Pekka, save made from Mustaa. That's the first goal. Had that pass across, but it goes a little bit wide. Controlling it at the point is Voti. Goes down on the Tunkelia. Shot on, save made. Mustaa Kultaa momentarily, but lost, but turned over by Polski boys after I had a chance. 2-on-2. Ardo shot on, save made. Outlet Pekka passes up to the point now. Voti to Kubinkira. Shot on from Polski boys trying to counter. 4-on-3. Tunkelia shot on from the right point. Possession, here they come on the counterattack. Tunkelia takes a big hit there from Mise, but however, if Polski boys touch it, it goes offsides. There's another look at the big hit there that Tunkelia took. Retrieves it. He's tied up on the boards. Battle for it, and Alipeka somehow comes out with it. Does so again, wraparound shot, and he scores! Oh, captain, he does it himself and takes the lead late. 8.5 remaining. Can Polski boys find a very quick response? Retreating is Mustaa Kultaa, but a turnover, shot on, save made by Latve. Picked up by Mustaa Kultaa, passed out but turned over. 5 seconds, last gasp for Polski boys, shot on, save made. Puck loose in front, scooped up by Latve, and he will. Do they have a miracle? They do not. Mustaa Kultaa in the. Polski boys now on the other end. Kelly controls it. Pass in front was tipped. Shot was saved. Couldn't control it. Now here comes Mustaa Kultaa. Pass across. Shot on. Save made from Mustaa. He had to squeeze that one tight. Turned over. Breakaway. This is Ardo. Ardo shot on. Poke check from behind. The save also made. Nice job. And the left boards gets it up to Ardo. Shot on, shot saved in the glove of Mustaa. He's off one to the point for Mustaa Kultaa. Shot on, tipped in front there by Loudon. Game number 1 to find that first goal. All 3 periods went on score. Mise passes across, one-time shot, puck loose in front, still battling for there from Alipeka's easy save made in a breakaway here. Aro shot on, he scores! The second leading goal. Get out. We talked about this earlier with our keys to the game. Face off won by Polski boys. One-time shot from the point, saved. Face off won by Polski boys. Shot on, saved by Latvex. So far scoreless in these 2 games. They changed that here. Loose in front. Up by Latvex, and he will fit behind the net and gives it up to Mise. Pause for a second to retrieve. A shot on, puck loose, and Polski boys pick it up. Pekka's at the right corner, looking for an option. Goes down low, finds out with Pekka's in front, shot blocked in front, he still has it. Finds Aro, now another shot, another block. But could not do so successfully. 80 seconds to play. Polski boys on the turnover pass, a cross shot, couldn't get all of it. Mustaa Kultaa, they had one earlier on, was not successful. Looks like that's going to be Brokella going to the box. So the center, something that Mustaa is going to want to keep an eye on. Almost moved there on that move from Alupekas. Shot on, blocker supposed to go to other end. Pass across, picked off, bumped off. Shot on, he scores! Oro yet again! With just a little bit over 10 minutes remaining here in this third period. Pass off, he's bumped from behind. Ardo was the one that put the contact and laid the body on him. 1-1, the winger Zaro and Alupekas. Shot on, he scores! What a move from Alupekas, and he finishes it off in style. Just pulled it back. Got the defender and Vodi to pull the rug underneath himself. Rips that one past Mustaa. Pass in front. Now for Alupekas. Point now to Misa. For this one-time shot gloved away by Mustaa. Boys applying pressure, less than a minute to go. Trying to break the Don't worry, Laughx, I'm not going to say it. We're even here. Kultaa, a 3-0 victory over Polski boys. They sweep the series and get all 6 points. Number 1 of this 2-game series, and immediately Voittamaton on the attack with Eki. A pass in front. Won over by the Blackjacks, and now they counter the other side. Nice little toe drag move. Back to Patslav now as Voittamaton in the offensive end. Across one-timer, sprawling, and that was Kosti. Now it's going to actually go to Patslav behind the net. Puck loose over on the right side. Picked up, passing to the high puck. Still in possession, shot on, they score. Voittamaton, after the quick start, score early, a 1-0 lead, and that was a tough goal and a lot of traffic. That was a Patslav makes a move, backhand shot, save made by Kosti. Blackjacks on the right side of Kosti. Now by Voittamaton, shot on, backhanded by Temperton, save made by Kosti. Another chance of Psycho Skills giving it up. Pass over the point, shot on, save by Sabel. Over by Blackjack, shot on, and the puck trickles its way past the left pad of Kosti. As you get a look at the replay, it looked pretty innocent, rather harmless, but then see the replay, Kosti's break up there by the Blackjacks to disrupt it. Here they come on the other end now. Controlled by Psycho Skills at the point. Pass on, Haku tried to pass it to Kermit, back to Tony at the point. Has some space. Holding it, puts a shot on, that's Blocko Skills. Tony gets it and finds Kermit. Psycho Skills moving up as a forward now. Finds Kermit, shot on, save. Kermit, shot on, save made from Sibelius. Here comes Voittamaton. They have numbers 5-on-3. Here comes Zeki, moving it in, pass in front, Patslav, backhand shot saved. One more chance for Voittamaton in the period. Temperton has it, shot from the point. Glove saved by Kosti, denies the offensive end. Controlled by Yamal, but he's going to draw a penalty and a power play coming up now for Voittamaton, a tripping. Eki in control, another one-timer. This time it was saved once again, and the Blackjacks finally get it out. But it's only for a moment. There's another shot, and he scores! Fire Coogan putting on the... He might be a defender this season, but he's still got those winger moves. Kosti keeps his team alive and comes up with a massive save there. Kermit shot on, blocked his way in. Dobbs is down low over the Patslav behind the net. Shot on, weird animation, but a blocker save nevertheless from Kosti, and he's to play. A shot from the high slot squeaks his way in through the 5-hole of Sabel. Voittamaton goals in that first game. Here comes the Blackjacks. Timothy with space, with a lot of speed, tried to just jet his way through. Kermit got the one Blackjacks goal in that first contest. A shot from the point, save made from Sibelius. Here comes Voittamaton on the other side. The ball at the point. operating. Nice little pass and shot there from Tempinen. Turned over in the neutral zone. Nice defensive play there made by Tempinen. Coogan shot on from Tempinen over at the left face-off dot. To play from Yamal. He's tied up now over on the boards, and now Voittamaton will finally get possession off of Eki. Over pass, avoid any further danger and get it out. 35 seconds. Tony, the psycho still shot tipped in front, picked up by his right boards. Putting on some moves, looking for space, gives it to the point. Timothy shot on, blocked in front. Kermit had the hold over, however. Now here comes the Blackjacks. Timothy with speed, holding it, looking for an option. Finds the way to the middle, shot on, puck control for TBJ. Trying to work his way in, and he does! The Blackjacks strike first. A lane for those who weren't with us earlier during the pregame. Voittamaton denied Kermit space, and they were not able to do so there. Goes wide. Voittamaton still pressuring. Eki has it. Pass across in front to Patslav. Puck loose. Number 3 of our coverage. A 3-1 victory over the Blackjacks. But they trail now, but not longer. A power play goal for Patslav. Puck through. But somehow he did it. When there's a will, there's a way. Looking for more. Pass across and they score. Tapping it in front. And just like that, from 1-0 down to a 2-1 lead. Oh, how the tides have turned. Only lost 3 games. Tweed only has lost 5. They have more games. But shot on net, saved by Sabelli. Wasting no time trying to get that tying mark. They still have possession here. There's a shot on, gloved away from Sabelli. So shot on wasn't on there. A nice attempt there from Coogan. A breakaway. It's time for the save made by Sabellius. What a play. Here comes Eki on the counter. Numbers for Voittamaton. 2-on-2. Shot. Score. Tempinen. The Psycho skills laid down there, just trying to avoid that pass. He knew it was coming. Blackjacks need answers and fast. Kermit, beautiful move to the defense, but that would help them in the standings as they aim for one of those top spots, and that will help their cause. A rip from Coogan at the point there. The 4th goal of the season for Coogan. Then Coogan beats them to the race to the puck. Now here comes Tempinen on the other side. One-time shot, and they score. It's Eki on the rip, beating Tempinen. This time they reverse course. Tempinen feeds Eki for the goal. His 18th for the season. Goes pass, a cross shot, and they score! That deficit down just a little bit. It's gonna take a while for them to come back, but you gotta start somewhere. Tone with the 5-2 victory over the Blackjacks in game 2. They snagged all 6 of them.